looking for somebody else to take you. We come into a nation of gods, man. You know how to live. You know how to act by yourself and others. You know what to expect of yourself and others. He told us never abandon the study of the knowledge of self. You can't just read the black man's God, the white man's the devil, and then you put the book down. You ain't read nothing else. Never abandon. You need to know who you are physiologically. What's your body made of? You need to know who you are genetically. What does your gene structure consist of, and what is the code of your gene to tell you how to live? You need to know who you are morally. Who are you spiritually? You should still be studying the knowledge of self. I mean, your and my enemy had gone to great lengths to make sure that we stay subdued. Look like they just say, forget about them, let them go ahead and build something on their own. Well, I don't care in that. Man, they working. Yeah, they're working. I wanted to read one other part because I mean, they're working so hard now that what hasn't started is the flood. It's in the book of Revelations, the woman now, they're going to start a flood. And the dragon spews water out of his mouth. That's deception because it's supposed to be fire. So now the flood comes and it should drown out life that's opposed to the will of the dragon. I understand even 3 frogs came out of his mouth. And the frogs were chirping, but they were only manifesting the language of the dragon. So he's going to send folks carrying his agenda. And the opposition in this flood, you know, the flood shakes the foundation of everything. Water is dangerous, man. But it also brings snakes out of their hiding place. So a whole lot of things, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, takes place when the flood, but it represents propaganda. And see, the propaganda will be false, but they try to make it look so real because they'll take an element of truth here and there and dump it in there, and then someone said, well, it must be true because I saw this before. So the Quran warns you about mixing up truth with falsehood. The book of Daniel talks about an abomination of desolation. But the messenger said this means hatred will stand up right in the mosque. Hatred will stand up in the houses where God's name is remembered. So you won't only have hatred in the streets. They pretty much got control of people in the streets, but God is stirring the hearts of the people toward anarchy. So now you're seeing regular fights on the news. And the way it happens, you almost see it and don't see it. You don't pay a lot of attention to it. But it's escalating. And soon it'll escalate and be, they won't just be targeting what they call criminals coming across the border. They've already started targeting people who are citizens. Someone asked me, they said, well, how you feel about this immigrant thing? I said, well, this is a nation of immigrants. None of us was here in the beginning. You go back to it. Nobody just originated here. Well, the Native American was here. Well, yeah, you could say that, but our history teaches us he came here 16,000 years ago. That's right. See, we have a history beyond this 6,000 year period. And the messenger said, had I never taught you that, you wouldn't be able to deal with these folks. Why? You still be in the framework of his thinking. Right. He didn't live here 6,000 years, beyond 6,000 years. Right. So to keep you from digging up your history, he's telling you it was like Jurassic Park. Right? It was dinosaurs living on the planet. Don't even bother to look for anything else. Then he shows you a caveman and everything. None of them got a fro. Come on now. None of them dark skinned. Say, well, where was they? Yeah, somebody mentioned the Ice Age. Now, the Ice Age is supposed to froze up everything. Killed everything. The roach is still here. I mean, you telling me these big creatures died and the roach is still here and these little critters. The reptile, isn't he a cold-blooded animal? And if I got it right, he's not a mammal, he lays eggs. God help us. I'm coming from grade school, not even high school. What I learned up to 8th grade, you can look back on some things. Then they got bones. How you get bones from all these creatures for every natural history museum around the world? And I'm talking about you got the whole thing put together. Big creatures. And you wonder how did anything else live? When did the other animals come? And animals been here ever since there was a planet. So he calls this Jurassic Park era, look at the word, prehistoric. Pre means before. So before you start dealing with history or anything, Brother Rodney, we just want you to know that's prehistoric period. Yet now, we find just within the confines of this 6,000 year period, let's just work with that. We got evidence of civilizations dating all the way back. And we have a history of our presence on the planet before they even showed up on the planet. That's right. That makes sense, right? So, and now that we know their origin, they're not a native anywhere on the planet. You can't look and say white folks came from this. They came from a genetic structure, right, of the original man. That's right. And now they bear witness to that. But one of their paleontologists, Leakey, found the bones of a black man. They dated him at 2 million years old. But as the minister said, he had a mother and father who had to be older than that. And he had grandparents. Yes, sir. Huh? So we date back on this planet. Yes, sir. And in his libraries, he can't give us that history. No, sir. You know, many of them don't know the history. They're coming out of the caves as a hidden history. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So look at this. So the minister says, the Jews expect a man, one of those titles will be the Messiah. They expect him to appear at the end of the world. Will he have someone to represent him? They expect him at the end of the world. Is somebody supposed to represent him? If so, who is he? And what name or title will he be known under? Do they think he has arrived, meaning the Messiah? If not, is it close? How close? What is he to do on his arrival? How will he go about doing his work? Because Jesus said trees are known by the fruit they bear. A man is known by his works. So when will he go about? What will be the short and the long effect of his work? What do these scholars say of all this? Christians likewise say that a man, one whose title will be Messiah, will appear at this most dangerous of times. They say that he was here 2,000 years ago. Many Christians claim he is due at any time now. What will he do when he comes? Will he have someone to represent him? If so, why would someone represent him? So while the Jews say Jesus was not this expected Messiah, the one of 2,000 years ago, the Christians claim that he was, but they also say he's going to return. You heard that, right? That's what Muslims likewise expect Jesus to return at the end of the world. See, if you read the hadiths, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he definitely said Jesus is going to be there.
Yes, sir.
And lead the world community. So Muslims likewise, get rid of this. You can't talk about Jesus. You're only supposed to talk about Prophet. You don't tell me who I can talk about.
That's right.
I don't follow a man that can be told what we're going to talk about.
That's right.
And he didn't follow a man that took any instructions from Mecca.
That's right.
He went to Mecca, but he didn't take no instructions from him. So, likewise, they expect Jesus, the Muslims expect Jesus to return at the end of this world and time of rule. They also expect another man who will go under the title Mahdi, or the Great Mahdi. Mm-hmm. So, you know, if we went into this, we could say, okay, the Jews are expecting somebody, Christians expecting somebody, Muslims expecting somebody. Is it three different people coming? Or is it one person coming?
That's right.
And he's seen three different ways
That's right.
from the faith. Go ahead, Mr. Muhammad put point number 12 on the back page of Muhammad Speaks and the Final Call. We believe both of them are coming. One is, he's the long-awaited Messiah of the Christians. He's the long-awaited Mahdi of the Muslims. But when he comes, he's sovereign, and he can raise willing students into a level of consciousness that they can begin to take on these roles.
That's right.
We believe that the man who we are under the leadership of currently, Louis Farrakhan,
Yes, sir.
has evolved like that,
That's right.
has grown like that, and has shown us, because he has not punked out, despite Satan's attack, he has not punked out because of slander. But look at these empty seats. Don't you ever come back in here and condemn Louis Farrakhan, and you done ran out on the fight, and we ain't even got started yet. Meanwhile, many of the people who have made themselves critics of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, they're putting themselves in a terrible position. They speak and write in public as, what position are they in? Allah will leave them to wander on, alone in their inordinancy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
They speak and write in the public as if they are experts on this man, of whom they know little or nothing. They are being shown up as people who wish to really prevent black people from realizing their divine destiny. Look how white folks leave you alone to suffer till you select a leader for yourself. Now all of a sudden they're interested in you. Right. The reporters are coming. They want to write on him. But they didn't grow up in the neighborhood with him. They want to write on him, but they didn't even know him a few days. Black people been knowing Farrakhan. Yes, sir. I have old articles where the writers, and don't forget, we had to sue the New York Post because they published falsehoods against the minister. The first one was he was involved in Malcolm's assassination because they felt they had cultivated. Now, Malcolm is a man they hated. And most of these Negroes that they bring on to talk about Malcolm and all the values of Malcolm, they wouldn't be caught dead near Malcolm X when Malcolm was teaching. Show me one of them. You got people running around this city now talking about, boy, Malcolm is my man. And they live in a way that Malcolm spent his life condemning. They don't even look like what Malcolm. You lucky Malcolm ain't allowed to look at you now because your feelings would be hurt. The way you look, the way you talk, and the way you act, and the habits that you have. So they speak and write in the public as if they're experts on him. They are being shown up. They want to stop black people from realizing their divine destiny, and some of these writers are unwitting pawns and others are not. So, we have enough to know that because a man has received revelation, look how religion has been neutralized in this country. The people don't even expect liberation to come out of the church, the synagogue, and now they don't even expect it to come out of the mosque. Because religion has failed the people. But the books of God and the God who authors them, he has not failed them. So God help us. Let us look toward that God. Let us look toward his truth and his revelation. And they're embodied in a man. That's why we're told to look at him. Don't just see him, look at him. Don't just hear him, really listen to him. And keep listening to Louis Farrakhan. And the messenger told us we would be all right if we just did that. I thank everyone that's really seeing him and looking at him, that really hears him and they're listening to him. It ain't because of us that you're staying, it's because of him that you're staying. And soon he'll walk away from the classroom. Let's get ready for our test. Thank you for listening. As I greet you in peace, assalamu alaikum. All praise is due to Allah. Black men, in particular, are coming out. And a buzz has to be going around America that black men are about to do something. I say, brothers, we should just admit we need a general. He has to be fearless. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said they use fear to stop black men. There are a lot of black men that would do a lot of good if they weren't afraid. Well, what does fearlessness look like. I've read about it. But what does it look like? Today, you can put a name on it. Yes, sir. Louis Farrakhan. Huh? They found a record of a man where there's no compromise. The enemy could not make this man compromise. They couldn't make him bow down. They couldn't buy him off. He lives on what we give him because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told him the bank was the hearts of the people. Out of our heart, we give. That's right. Come on. And out of our heart, we going to keep giving. And if we pass the test in his physical absence, we'll keep giving to the institution that out of his heart he has set up. Yes, sir. Who has a better way for liberation? We can't run nowhere. She done terrorized people all over the earth. We got to do like Booker T. Washington. Set your buckets down right here. Come on. I remember sometime gangs would come, and every now and then we get caught on the south side of Chicago. You find out you had to take your leathers off and throw down and say, man, we're going to have to throw down right here. We win or lose, we can't run no more. And in the 60s, it was your front porch. Even if people bullied you, by the time you got to your front porch, that's it. That's it. Everything's coming off, you know, live or die. You know, I can't go no farther than where I live. We live here in America. So we don't need to go to Saudi Arabia for this fight. Saudi Arabia trying to get some guns from Trump. He was just over there. And I watched Marjorie Taylor Greene. I listened, before I came this morning, I listened to her whole resignation thing and watched the news say her opposition to Trump had something to do with the Epstein files. Just want you to pay attention to this. But a lot of people not paying attention. Her last fight was with the Jews. And she said to them, if you all gonna try to take me down, bring it on. And she said, if America is $37 trillion in debt, why are we giving Israel $3.84 something billion a year? So AIPAC, the Jewish organization here, they came after her. They done scared most of the Negroes. So they beat them down. The only other one stood up to them was Kanye West. But, you know, most black folks outside of the minister have really weathered any storm coming from these people. But all of a sudden, she's resigning. She's not going to even finish her term. And she's coming out. But she talked about how she would leave her family and how she would sacrifice to support Donald Trump. Yet he's calling her a traitor. Right. And I realize this breakdown, it's not going to be just people betraying leadership. Some leadership going to betray their soldiers. Right. Right. They betrayed this woman. She was an irritant. She disrespected Obama and all that. We know that. But the thing was, this fight with the Jews, they couldn't go with her on, so they primaried her. And they put, I think she said about a minimum of 10 million. That's what the ante is starting up. But they intend to get her out of office. A black woman in Congress, also in Georgia, we left here in buses and went down to try to help Cynthia McKinney. Right. And we were there in Atlanta, but she was running to be reelected in Congress, and the Jews didn't want her back in. And she fought, but, you know, she didn't make it. So they're unraveling, but I'm always taking a lesson on betrayal, because the Messiah is going to be betrayed. And according to how it's a factor, did you know Judas never conspired to kill Jesus? That's a clumsy way of looking at it. If you go back into history, Judas just wanted to see if we could get him out of the way to get some other leadership up. See, we done got too political. So if we can get people like Barabbas and them up, we can run this thing the way it's supposed to run. Well, when Judas found out that he made an alliance with the Sanhedrin and others, when he found out, no, they wanted him dead, Judas looked at the money that he had got from the deal. That's not what I was in this for. So he threw them 30 pieces of silver down and hung himself, you know. You got to be careful when you're thinking like Judas. And you think the way, you know, the way God's movement is supposed to go. Because out of your emotional pain and stuff, you won't be the conspirator, but the conspirators will use you as a facilitator. I'm not in the FOI, but, you know, you're in it, so I can use you to facilitate. Help me to bring about an act of betrayal. So we left study guide 21 and went back to 17. Huh? And people, I'm looking at Brother Ishmael sending the letter to me. He said, the secret councils have started. And I said, you know, we have a Sunday meeting. We got a Monday night meeting as men. We got a Wednesday meeting. We got a Friday meeting on study group. You got a Saturday morning meeting with the women. Then you back on Sunday. How you find time to be in a secret council? Look like you're in enough meetings, you know. So I looked and said, you got time to be in a secret council? That's probably why you ain't at class. So I'm going to bring Brother Joseph up to close. I'm exasperated. All praises due to Allah. Thank you.
Let's give him another round of applause. He's our Delaware Valley Student Regional Minister, Rodney Muhammad. Dear family, as our brother was teaching today, you know, another voice of speaking. Do we have anybody out for their first time today? Any first timers? Second timers? Third? Fourth? If you fit in any of those categories, you can raise your hand. Don't be ashamed. It's all good. But if we don't, my next question would be, if you are out for your first, second, third, how many of us believe that what we heard today is true and good for our people and all of our humanity? By show of hand, we have a unanimous show of hands today. Praise be to Allah. And my next question would be, if that's the case, would you be willing to accept your own and be yourself? Many, I believe, that I see now we're in that realm, we're in that vein. But again, if you haven't come into the class yet, then don't wait. Because as the brother said, the window is very narrow now, and you would have to be an eel to really get through it pretty soon. You're going to have some slime on you, or not slime, but something slippery to get you through it, because that's how small it's getting, and it's going to eventually close. Y'all all right, family? Yes, so with that being said, our time has been well spent. Did you learn anything today? Yes, praise be to Allah. Time has been well spent, and what we're going to do, we're going to move to our public collection. Just pass it on through. And if you just didn't have it today and you wanted to give, I implore us to continue to hear the life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, as represented by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and in Allah's own good time, he will allow us to be able to give whatever it is that we would like to give. But let me not be remiss in my duties in thanking you for your first act of charity today, and in that you gave of your time. Thank you for sharing your time to hear the life-giving teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And also, you know, we talking about the Quran says, spend out of what we have given you. and you just spent some of your time to hear the life-giving teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad as represented by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So, dear family, I'll read these announcements. Everybody all right? Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah. The acknowledgments today are the Accept Your Own initiative is underway. Believers, please check in with your lieutenants to receive your instructions regarding this initiative. Dear first-time guests, and the initiative is that we're all trying to get somebody out for their first time, each one of us, so that we can deliver that brother and sister to Savior's Day, February, as a registered believer. So let's stay in the work. And it reads on, it says, dear first-time guests and repeat guests, please be encouraged to bring your friends and family to attend as you attend. Those are some instructions. Please follow them to the letter. The second one is all men's meeting part 2 tomorrow. Hear from the national headquarters a message about how the men need to make our communities a safe and decent place to live. Invite all the men you know to come out. Doors open at 8 p.m. for our guests. And it was beautiful last week. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan, boy, he dropped some stuff on us last week. It was beautiful, wonderful, all praises due to Allah. I would love to give y'all a little snippet of it, but time won't permit it, so we won't worry about that today. That'll be at another time. The next part of this announcement is a Savior's Day registration is now available. Go to your nation's program, www.tnp.noi.org, to access your profile. You can also access your profile through www.no.noi.org/SD2026. Memorabilia available for purchase. And the Savior's Day link to the hotel reservations and registration is still available on www.noi.org/SD26 under hotels. Links to register are available. National Believers Business Meeting scheduled for Wednesday, December the 3rd, 2025, begins at 8:30 p.m. December the 16th, 2025, National recommends a Believers Night Out for bowling that Tuesday evening. Look for more information regarding this event. If you are not currently receiving correspondence via email from the Ministry of Information, please provide your information to the Secretarial Department downstairs at the tables upon leaving. And we have dinners on sale today. We also have desserts and beverages. All that is at the Secretary table downstairs. And that concludes our announcements for this week. So if all hearts and minds are at ease, let us stand for prayer. In the manner in which you are most comfortable, let's follow along silently. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, the one God to whom all praise is due, the Lord of the world, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, Master of the day of judgment in which we now live. Thee alone do we serve, and thee alone do we beseech for aid. O Allah, guide us on the straight path, the path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, and nor of those who go astray after hearing thy teaching. Say he, Allah is one. Allah is he upon whom we all depend. He neither begat, nor is he begotten, and there is none like him. I bear witness that none deserves to be served or worshipped besides Allah, who appears to us in the personage of Master W. Farad Muhammad. We're eternally grateful to him for giving to us his wise choice in the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And to the two of them, we're eternally grateful. And if we